Coincide. Right. Well, welcome to episode 7, lucky number 7 of the card show with the main man and someone I've met at a card show, Sports Car Scotland, the legend it is.
Well, I've
How you
made
doing,
it.
brother?
Made it to the big screen. How's it going, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. Doing good. Good to finally be a part of the gang.
You're always part of the gang. Come on. Come on. Come on. So yeah, let's tell people how we actually met each other. Go on, so let you start it.
Oh, what? Where was it? London Card Show, 29th of January 2022. Sure, it was. What was is it? What was the old place we used to go to for the card shows?
Tolworth.
Tolworth, that was it. Walked in, it's my first card show, GoPro strapped to the chest. Seen a guy with curly hair with a big camera, and I was like, is this my competition? And then ever since then, brother, been bestie mates, and come a long way since then.
So what got you into the card hobby and made you want to go to that London card show?
I used to collect when I was like younger, probably like 2005, 6. Kind of came back at the hobby, and then it was lockdown. My mate started getting into breaks. Back then, this was like, I never even knew what this was. He pulled a Marcus Rashford Kaboom, and he said, I just sold it for £600. And I was like, you can sell cardboard, this is crazy. And then I just slowly got into it, started mostly wrestling because that's what my background, like watching it for years. But I started with there and then obviously ventured into everything now, as you can see.
Yes, definitely. And then what made you well, how did you find London Card Show? What made you go down to that one? What made you take the plunge?
I actually started off with American, like all the Card Collector 2, Mojo Sports, Roth Cards, like started watching all their content. Like the content in the UK wasn't like right now it's like me, you, Dan, like it's flourishing, but back then it wasn't there. So I started watching them, seeing that there's big card shows, thinking I'm never going to venture off to America this early, but hopefully there's something like this near me. Instagram, obviously, it took off. Everybody was on there, and then I seen obviously Harry with the London Card Show. He put they were doing their shows, and I thought the tickets were cheap. It's worth seeing what it's like. Maybe there's more people like me that were there that just loved sports cards and WWE stuff, and I just wanted to get myself doing and kind of mingle with likewise people and can get some crack.
Yeah, that's always good. That's always good. And it's the obvious question, but why Sports Card Scotland? How did you come about that name?
Mate, it was a pretty quick one. So I was looking for a name to start off with Instagram. I didn't want to just come on as well. I had my own personal Instagram, which I've deleted that since then because I've never even been on it in like since like what middle of 2022. But I can actually remember it. We started on 24th of June 2021 on Instagram, and I needed a name, and I was like, well, I'm into sports cards. I stay in Scotland, Sports Card Scotland, and literally just since then, it's kind of got like it's quick, it's snappy, it's got that ring to it. People remember you. People just call me Scotland now. Like people didn't know my name, or it's no Sports Card Scotland. It's just Scotland. Are you coming into this? Or Scotland? Are you coming to this show? But Sports Card Scotland. It was just nice and snappy, and it stuck. So we're still rocking it on the jumpers and the office.
Yeah, the brand. Yeah. Do you feel the sort of, I don't say the weight of expectation, but do you feel like the pressure to sort of push that bar for Scotland? Do you feel like you've got Scotland on your back?
I would say there's a lot of brilliant people like pushing the hobby in Scotland, like P Commando. You've got I could rattle names off all day, but I feel like everybody's repping England. There's loads of people in Ireland. There's no loads of people like poking their head out in Scotland and try to like I wouldn't try and say like be an influencer or just be a figure in the hobby. I want people to know who we are, check out what we do, our content, see what cards we're selling, see what we're breaking, and just sort of be up there with yourself, Dan, all the bigger names in the hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's good though. I think it's I think everyone needs them sort of local heroes, and to have someone in Scotland representing it, people can look up to, especially people like Jordan putting on shows up there as well.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
definitely great for the Scottish hobby. And I always say this: the Glasgow and the Edinburgh show, totally different shows to England shows. Like the vibe, the collectors, it's so crazy.
I've never seen the card shows ending and the host goes on the mic and goes like, "We've got 15 minutes left." Like standing applause to everybody in the room.
Yeah, standing ovation.
He does it well. Can only take my hat off to him.
Yeah, man, he puts on a great show. Again, there's collectors as well. The people you meet up there, and like people like yourself, and the diverse collections. Especially because it's either in England when you've got sort of like Premier League, it's such a big league, such big, a lot of products. Whereas in Scotland, you had the SPL for a year or two, and had the soccer products. But you see, there's so many other sports that they collect that are into you didn't really think, and the TCG side they're into. So, shout out Scotland and all the collectors over there because they really are a big part of the community.
I love that, bro. Love that for sure.
So, what's next for Sports Car Scotland? The big one.
Honestly,
any exclusives? Any exclusives? Any exclusives? Go on.
You know yourself. I was speaking to you about bringing a podcast next year and just trying to put all the right stuff into places. We didn't want to like start something and not be prepared for like everything. So we're getting all the equipment, so we're coming right. We're just leveling up all the time.
Was that a shot at me then? Was that a shot at me? Because I've got my AirPods in. He doesn't do better. It's not about who did it first, it's about who did it right, eh?
It's just the small stuff. Like I want to get a green screen. Like I think the office is nice, but like I want like a background. Like I just want certain stuff in place. I want a list of people who have confirmed to come on to the show. So if we get like 52 guests written down, there's a year's worth of podcasts like just locked and loaded. Obviously, you know yourself, I started on eBay, moved to other selling places. Obviously, we've got Fanatics coming eventually. We're looking at the horizon and what's coming. But just try to level up, man. Like yourself, watching your YouTube content makes me focused. Like I've got right in front of me is my background on my PC. It's me, you, and Dan. 3 trophies at the card show. The trophy wasn't mine. I was representing for Sports Trading Cards UK. The next year, I've played a personal goal for myself. YouTube of the year, Hero of the year, whatever. I'm taking home something. So we're just grinding towards whatever that is. And hopefully people in the hobby see that we're putting in that work.
Yeah, listen, that's my motivation for me though, hearing that someone that obviously I spend a lot of time with is saying like, oh yeah, I'm good where I am, but I need to be here. It's not just a, Sports Got the people know where I am. It's the hustle to be better, raise the bar. Keeps me on my toes. Yeah, exactly, keeps me on my toes, and it makes me know that, I always say, a rising tide raises all ships. So if I know if people are going to be on the same wave, it's a great wave. If someone just wants to just settle, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to settle with them. So I know the waves are going, I'm with that guy. So let's ride, baby. Let's ride.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I look back, like I put a post up yesterday, like meet the team, and it was quite. It was like an emotional one, but I started a small IKEA desk. My uncle used to live with us. He brought home a piece of Astro one day. I started with went to London Card Show. We bought like I can't remember however many thousand cards. I sat up for like 4 months straight till 4 a.m. every night watching content, listing pound cards up just to get all that money back to invest it into where I've got a bigger office. Like we're just the equipment. It's just when you look back at when you started, where you are, it's never the end goal. But I know what the end goal is. It's sports card shop. Like we've spoken about this. The long phone calls, phone for hours. You know the goals, but it's just making small improvements every day, and you start to. Sometimes you just look around and you're like, it's mad. Like all of that stuff behind me, obviously. coming from Sports Trading Cards UK, doing stuff for them. I remember back in the day, my only chance to get near stuff like that was paying someone on Instagram to get involved. Now I'm opening that stuff for people, so it's just seeing the jump ahead. It's mad.
Yeah, man. Shout out Sports Trading Cards UK as well, because they did give great opportunities to get a lot of stock and again introduce that not only to Scotland but to the whole of the UK as well in Europe. You'd be able to break, which is great.
A lot of people will know that, but you were the one that put me forward for that. So it's shout out to you for looking after the people that are along with you at the same time. You know that yourself, bro.
Yeah, listen, it's Jamie, man. He's the main guy. I mean, it's all love. It's all love.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's all love. It's all love. But yeah, the poster of you and your team was cool, man. It's cool to see. Obviously, meeting him at. When's the first time did I meet your mum at? When's the first time? Glasgow. Glasgow was the first time
yeah.
I met your mum, and yeah, and like such a cool team, and it's like having as your family day in day out, and then to work so cohesively. A lot of people say, "Oh, I can't wait for family because of this or the other," but your family is like just a team is just so focused, so locked in. Granddad, head of security, legend. Your mum is a taskmaster for everyone. She wasn't just your taskmaster. She was getting stuff done for Jordan at the show. She was doing everything. She was everywhere.
I know she'll be watching this, but shout out Linda. She is the driving force. I might be the brains behind what's happening, but if I ever need something done, I ask her. She doesn't even mutter something. The job's just done straight away, and it takes a lot of pressure off these shoulders, so I can focus on the big things that are coming up. But I shout out Linda. She's a real one.
Yeah, Linda's goated. For sure. So what planned shows are you going to this year?
Right now I want to go back to London, but it's the whole my granddad drives and we're obviously trying to upgrade. So I'm currently right now working through my driving stuff, trying to get myself to pass the test, get the van, and then we can just travel the UK. But London seems a bit far right now, so we've got the 30th of September, Liverpool. It's the Northwest Card Show.
Yeah, Northwest. Shout out Sean and the team.
Aye, Sean's killing it. I've seen the venue for that. Crazy. I'm hoping that it's going to be a good one. Obviously, we've got a couple of tables for that. We broke the vending start at Edinburgh, and obviously we're vending at shows now. It's a lot easier than trying to sell on eBay and sell all these Facebook groups. But I actually
more fun as well.
At shows it's easier. But Liverpool's the next one on the map. Obviously,
big show.
We've got Glasgow next year. I've got that in the back of my mind. But in between there, I'm going to schedule a couple. But we do have going to Florida next year. Sports Car Scotland's gone worldwide. Breaking press. And we're going to try and go to loads of card shows there, card shops, meet people, just networking. You kind of goes, try to push the limits further.
Yeah, appreciate that. So what sports are you into as not only as a card investor, but your personal favourite sports to watch, get involved in?
I'd say I've got the big three in my PC as Conor McGregor, Billy Gilmore, and LaMelo Ball. Sometimes I stray out of them and Paul Craig. I get some of his stuff. Try to think who else. Khamzat Chimaev, UFC, wrestling, Roman Reigns. But I try to. Right now, I'm on the Conor McGregor. We obviously pulled the colour wheel for the select, the case hat. We got that the other day there.
Is it up yet? Is it in your third down displays?
It is literally right here.
Oh yes. It's not in display, man. Your nice third down Sports Car Scotland display.
It's in the PSA pile. I think that it's a possible 10. So send it to PSA. And no doubt it's going to be a nice sum that I have to pay to get that sent, but it's the risk you take. And obviously, I didn't sell any Conor McGregor stuff. It just gets put up on the displays in the office. And that's the big one. Conor McGregor right now, big fight coming up with Michael Chandler. That's if or when USADA, all that good stuff happens. But as you know, it's been heavily in the background. Ultimate Fighter, so people are buying his stuff, but I feel like it's undervalued, and hopefully in the future it might be a Grail collection. But I've got my eye on some stuff. I've found a 1A1, but that's what I'm going to say for now because I don't want somebody else to buy it.
To snipe in there.
But it's an early one. It's not even UFC, so I think this is a true rookie and pretty cheap for the price.
Okay. So who would you say is the top sort of 3 people in UFC that people should look out for, maybe getting involved in either collecting or investing in?
It's a good question, bro. It's a good question.
I know it's your sport, man. You're the guy to know. You need to know this.
Well, obviously, we're recording this Saturday. Tonight is Justin Gaethje against Dustin Poirier for the BMF. I'll be staying up for that. I'd say the 3 people that I'd be looking out for is probably Bo Nickel. He's a good one. Okay. Who else? That's a good question, bro. This is one that if you asked me this before, I'd be ready. But Bo Nickel, number 1. I feel like Khamzat Chimaev is always a good pick, but he's also had these problems where he missed weight by 8 pounds at welterweight, so now he's fighting at middleweight.
Is he fighting? Is it Costa he's fighting?
Say that again, brother.
Who's he fighting? Costa? Paulo
Costa is fighting him.
That's crazy.
I know. Two big guys ready to go. I think if he beats Paulo Costa, and obviously as Adesanya beats Sean Strickland, there's still Dricus du Plessis still there. Obviously the Africa versus Africa thing that's all going on. But I feel like Chimaev against Adesanya it's open. Adesanya's got the better boxing. Chimaev's just an absolute animal when it comes to wrestling and takedowns. But obviously Adesanya's got the best takedown defense possibly in the UFC. So we'll see how that goes. But
Adesanya and John Jones met the other week.
They were all I seen that they were all pally. I was like, is that fake? Yeah. Is that just for the cameras? But
no, I think that's real, man. I think like when you're that good, like greatness respects greatness. I think anything bad is all to sort of sell a fight. So I think they get on, like not get on, but I think there was mutual respect. He had a conversation, and it's just respect.
I still hope they fight. I know the outcome is John Jones just destroys everybody that could ever go near him. But I'm trying to think the third person that would be good to invest in. We've got Bo Nickel, Khamzat Chimaev. If you asked me this a year ago, I would have said Molly McCann, but that answer is absolutely gone now.
Aspinall?
It would probably have to be Alexander Volkanovski. I think he's pound for pound GOAT. Well, no, pound for pound GOAT. Pound for pound number 1. I feel like he'd beat Islam. It's one that's up for discussion. But I feel like when his time's done, he will be a real undervalued person in the hobby. But Alexander Volkanovski, Bo Nickel, and Khamzat Chimaev. But no doubt somebody will clip this in 10 years' time and be like,
yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Of course, you know me. I know you were still one as well that loves the combat side of stuff, and you break a lot of UFC, AEW, WWE, for instance. Any more prospects in sort of WWE and AEW people should sort of get to know that are going to hit that sort of legendary status?
There's one boy I collect, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. Is undervalued. Well, he's undervalued because the cards are upper deck. Like I picked up a patch. It was like £50, but his content that he likes to say is in 2024 there's got to be a bidding war, and it's either got to go to WWE or it's got to stay AEW. It's the old like WCW, WWE back in like the 90s, jumping ship, all of that. Yeah. I feel like WWE is the mecca wrestling. That's where you want to be. I feel like when he jumps over, I do believe it's going to happen. All his rookies that are there now, like I've got figures up there. I've got all the rookies for Upper Deck. I've basically got the Rainbow except the 1-1. I feel like they're going to skyrocket. There's a lot of other people in WWE that are slowly creeping up right now, to be honest with you. Austin Theory, I feel like he's just John Cena Jr. basically, and I think eventually his stuff's going to take off as well. And I say my third one would be Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is like the best bad guy in wrestling right now. Rey Mysterio's son, I feel like everybody thinks he was going to live up to the, is it Rey Mysterio's son? But I think now people just look at him as like, that's Dominic Mysterio. It's Rey's son, but he's making his own path. He's doing his own thing. And I respect it for that.
Yeah. Do you think the move to WWE for MJF is right?
His character is swearing, brash, loud, saying stuff that you can't really say. I feel like in the WWE the 90s, he'd get away with that sort of stuff. I feel like maybe if he goes there, they'll water down the character a wee bit. It'll not be the same. But like Cody Rhodes just went back, what would it be, a year or no, this WrestleMania, the one before, and since then he's one of the biggest people in WWE. Obviously, he was there before, but I feel like there is the path for people to go back. It's just whether it's right for the character that you've built in your previous home, as in AEW. But only time will tell. He could go for a year, it might not work out. He could leave and go wherever he wants, really.
Yeah. I think also when it comes to that sort of stuff, you think of the Sting back in the day and the crossover. Then you never get the fights that you want to see, and it's like, do you want to see someone go across just to grab the bag and not really work out for them? But you want to see them in big fights, don't you? So it's always intriguing to see.
What we missed out on Sting against Undertaker. That's the one I wanted when I was younger, and when he finally went, it was like 10 years past whenever they wanted it. The time kind of moved on, and it's one of the ones. It happens.
Yeah, unfortunately it does. So obviously it's the week of the National. I'm sure you've seen a lot of content. Has it made you want to get there for next year, or what's the plan for National?
Jealousy is a massive thing when you see all these people just there, and I'm like, if stuff was timed better, I'd be there. But it's coming. I think by the time I get there, it's going to be a lot bigger than what it is right now. It's crazy how big the place is. And I actually thought it was a weekend show. Then I realised it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like 4 days. But I'd love it. I'd love me, you, a couple of other lads, jump on a plane, go over there, shoot some content, rip some packs. It's going to happen Monday, bro, but I can't wait for it, to be honest. I feel like we missed out on something big this time. The trade night looked crazy, but the content you could film over there is a different level.
Yeah, it definitely is. Do you think the Fanatics events will take over the National and be the biggest show, the one to go to?
It's hard to predict. I'd say it could, but it's all just right place, right time, like for the people. I don't know if Fanatics coming at the hobby is good or bad for the hobby. I just want to watch it play out. I'm one of the people that like to sit on the fence, just watch what's going on, and then let everybody make their decision first, and then just sit, and then just kind of watch what's going on. But is it Mark Rubin? That's the guy's name that does the.
Yeah.
I've been watching a bunch of stuff. He was on the Elk podcast, and I was watching a Card Collector 2 video before I came on here at the trade night. Mark Rubin was there. He said the one thing that the hobby's never had is marketing. It's never been marketed properly. Let's see if what he said is right. If he can market the hobby better, it makes all our lives, yourself, me, easier. I don't know if it'll make getting product like what's behind me harder if you've not got a shop. But I'm just looking forward to the hobby just... While I'm growing, the hobby's just getting bigger and bigger, and it pushes me to keep getting bigger with the hobby as well.
For sure. It's definitely interesting with the whole Fanatics contracts. Obviously, this sort of supposed leak that, if you were a shop owner, you could only sell it at a brick and mortar store, and you couldn't do break. So it's going to be interesting to see if that was real or fake. What's going to happen? Especially even a Panini takeover. What's going to happen with Panini products? I think we'd all be upset if we're not getting fully licensed like Prism stuff. Each year.
100%.
Yeah, we'll see. So with Florida coming up, have you sort of mapped out where you're going to go? What kind of shops? How excited?
I've found every card shop there is to find in our location. Obviously, as time comes on, it'll be seeing what card shows are on in the area. Since Messi's moved into Miami, though, I am planning the old trip, possibly just getting a flight for like where I am in Florida, because I checked what driving is like 3 hours, so try to get there and back at a good time might not be the best. But I say to the missus, like, depending on what's going on with the season, it might just be a stadium tour. It's like a once in a lifetime chance to, while the big man's still playing, to go over and witness greatness while it's still happening. But in terms of Florida, I've penciled everything out. Still trying to think about saving and all this stuff, because I know my message is like, well, if you're getting sports cards, you got to buy me a couple of handbags. I'm like, take it. I can't say no, because if I'm getting what I want, you need to keep the missus happy as well. But looking forward to Florida. I think it's like 28th of April to like the 18th of May, so we're away for quite a while. But they're still trying to get me going roller coasters and sports cards. I'm not worried about the roller coasters and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the sports card market's enough of a roller coaster, you know.
Exactly.
Is there any plans for Sports Card Scotland to be doing Europe shows?
Well, I've already spoke to Jordan. Jordan's a crazy guy. Jordan, when you're watching this, you know it yourself. You're absolutely crazy. But I remember he was going to Germany. He was like, "You should come to Germany with me." I'm like, "Jordan, the show's like 5 days. How am I just supposed to like? I've not got people to like keep everything going when I'm away. My mum helps, but she doesn't know how to work the PC, work orders, all that sort of stuff." So I was like, "Well, plan it ahead." But I wanted to go to the, what is it? Was it in Hamburg? I wanted to go to that one.
Yeah, there's been Hamburg, there's been Frankfurt, we've got Dusseldorf, we've got the Nordics.
Are you not going over to Germany?
Yes, I'm at Germany. I'm at the Frankfurt shows.
See, there's a wee exclusive for you as well, people. But I want to get over. And literally, it's mad that you start in your what was a bedroom, now an office, to traveling the world, turning bits of cardboard into paper and living the life. So it's all a blessing. I look forward to all the opportunities for shows coming up all over the world, but it's just taking it step by step. Not trying to keep myself too many places at once. Plan it all out, because I had the plan at the start of the year. I've got a card show every month. I bought all the tickets for the shows. Then every month it was small stuff was popping up, family stuff. Obviously, you know what happened with my granddad and all that. So it was just stuff kept popping up, and I was like, maybe just take your time and plan it a bit better, and it might go to plan the way I want it to. So Liverpool next, and then you never know. I might book on to Germany with you guys. See how it goes.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can speak out for doing every show. It is difficult. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. I was the grind for the last year and a half of being pretty much every show it's tough. It's tough, and then all of a sudden this year it's been like every couple of weeks, and you can't make every show. It's just like you said, you have family stuff, you have other things. It's like you have to prioritize certain things, and yeah, it's the way it is, unfortunately. It's the way it is. But I like the fact this shows. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I like the fact this shows sort of every other week, because again, not everyone can attend every week. So if there's one in Newcastle one week I can't go to, there might be one in York that I can go to. It might be one, So I like the fact there's more shows popping up. Yeah.
I wish it was like that in Scotland, but obviously it's Jordan's. They'll try to do it too much, like all the time, which is brilliant. But in England, every 2 weeks is a card show. Brilliant. But if that was on my doorstep, we'd never have any money. I'd constantly be buying Conor McGregor cards, and it would be no good. But I kind of like how Scotland, you've got something to look forward to. That way, it's like I've got time to get ready for it. I've already spoke to you about the stuff that we're hoping to bring to the next card show, leveling up. We've got a couple of weird stuff that I've never seen at card shows before. We've seen spin the wheel games, but we're trying to level that up. Try to get on that tops level of like having stuff at the side of your table for people to interact with. So we're getting there, but it's step by step.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know the like the Scottish market and the Scottish people better than me. But do you think Scotland could have shows like once a month? Like, don't have to be big shows, but you know, like place where there's maybe 20 vendors, sort of scenario. Like, you know, one in Aberdeen, one over in Dundee, sort of like every month, just around to help grow the community in them areas. Or do you think it's not there yet?
I think it could, but there's a real like I wouldn't want to jump into the car show scene. That's Jordan's deal. I'll let him. I'll
Yeah.
help him set it up. I'll help him sort everything. But he's the brains behind that. I think what we are missing is trade nights. If there's people to host a trade night every now and again, it would be good. I was speaking to a few people in the hobby. They were wanting to plan one soon. To be fair, it's just trying to find the logistics. If people would come, you just need to like post about it, market on Instagram, and then obviously I don't know if the tickets would cost anything, if it would be free, whatever. But it's just if you put it out there and people are interested, they'll come. But if you do it too often, is it really something that everybody's going to be looking forward to, or is it just a novelty that's going to run out eventually?
Yeah, I think the good thing about trade nights is, you know, it's not an easy novelty to get sort of tired of because you go in there and you're making trades, and if not, you're having a great time with the people, you know, like-minded. It's also then Saturday nights become just like your monthly night out sort of thing. I mean, we sort of do something similar in Manchester. It's not been consistent yet, but we did it. You know, it's SARDS cards, obviously Rainy City, try getting City cards involved, obviously Air and investing in soccer, aka the Grading Club. You know, just if we're all local in Manchester, let's just go to Manchester. If you wanted some cards, we can trade, talk, and drink. And it's just a way of building that sort of community, that rapport. And then, like when you have a show there, you all meet up, go to the show, have your own little sort of trade, drink, foods, and it just builds that sort of connection, isn't it? Which is always great.
No, 100%, bro, 100%. It's good just to catch up with the lads, rip a few packs. Every trade night I've ever been to, I think I've traded one card out of like 4 trade nights. I just went to speak to people, shoot a bit of content, rip some packs, and then peace. I'll see you at the next one. It's nice and easy, but I didn't take the word trade night as trade. I traded one Conor McGregor Prism, and I'm sure I maybe even paid cash for it. It wasn't even like I traded anything for it, but it's good. Way to fix Scotland. Scotland needs some more stuff going on. So hopefully, I know one big distributor like for the US. I didn't want to start saying names, but they're planning. I think, right, hopefully. So let's see how it goes. We'll take it through there.
Half exclusive there. It's a half exclusive.
I'm involved. A person from America who sends people their products. He's involved. We're trying to figure it out.
Whereabouts in America? What products are you talking about? This is suspicious now. Just the finest stuff. Yeah, just the finest.
It's just a place where you send your cards a locker and distribute it to you.
Hey, say less. Say less. Say less. But that's cool. I think, you know, not to put names in people's mouths, but I think there's certain US lockers are doing a lot for the UK community because they are UK based or Great Britain. I don't know what the class on those shows, but yeah, whatever. You know, they have that connection, so they are trying to help out more, and that is a great thing to do because it's perpetual. Then, when you're giving back to the UK, when your business rolls around the UK, it'll keep working hand in hand. You'll keep business coming in. So it's good to see that happening because again, not every business does. I know people will use certain places, you know, Ship My Cards, Issues Fast, etc. But they aren't English, aren't British. You know, they don't have that connection. Whereas these other ones out there that are British and do have that connection, that will feed back to the community. But, yeah,
exactly.
No names. I'm just a big gorilla in this bad boy. That's all I'm gonna say right
now. No comment on that one.
Yeah. What is it, Mourinho? I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Jesus Christ. Well, see, I always say you're one of the hardest working guys at a show. I mean, you did a vendor for the first time whilst putting out endless amount of videos. I mean, what is lined up for the videos? Because obviously not everyone will know. But obviously, if you subscribe to Sports Scotland on YouTube, you will see the caliber of work this guy's got from one weekend. It is crazy.
What we've got 11 videos coming.
Jesus.
So I
Jesus.
told you, I say to Dan, we're coming for YouTuber of the Year. That's the goal. I'll take, if anybody wants to nominate me for any other award, go for it. YouTuber of the Year. We slacked on YouTube for a whole year. I posted 6 videos. We've posted like 11 videos in the past. We've got videos booked up to the 4th of September so far. So,
Jeez.
and then film a couple for the 4th to the 30th in the office, out and about doing stuff, and then right back at it, North West Card Show, try and film 20 this time. That'll take us up again. Just fill the calendar. But as you've seen yourself, we've done the video with you, 6 questions in Sports Car Scotland. That's a new thing. It's just getting the mic, speaking to people in the hobby, and just gauging what people think. And to be honest, with the questions we asked, loads of different answers. So there's a few big ones like Jake, the MGC, yourself, Dan. We had loads of show decks. We've had some big
Yorkshire collector. He was on there.
We've got Adam. Try to think if we've got anybody else. Chris with Third Down. So,
BP.
BP. We can't forget BP, the main man. Got some few deals for him at that last car show as well. Shout out BP. He's a real goat.
Yeah. So you're coming for Dan's split. Dan's goated, man. Dan's UK king right now.
Listen, I say this to Dan. It's almost like you watch people on YouTube, right? And then you go to a card show and you see them there, and you're like, oh my God, he's actually here. I say to Dan, like, you're like a celebrity in the hobby. And he's like, no, didn't I say that? I was like, no, bro, that's coming for me because I've watched all your stuff. And then I see you in real life, and it's like you're not actually real. You're just the person behind the camera. And then when you first get to meet them, you think they're going to be a bit different. And then you start speaking to them, and it's like, you're just exactly like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate, this is what makes him the GOAT. He's such a humble guy. Like, I can't even remember. When did we... I think it was a London car show. I think maybe the first one at Isha. And I don't know how we started talking. I don't know if I think I might have said to him,
I think he had a table back then as well.
No, that was Tolworth. I think I had at Tolworth. I don't know if I had one at this one where we actually met. So yeah, I never actually spoke to him at Tolworth. So obviously saw his content. The guy is obviously he's smashing out on his Mail Mondays. Like he was smashing out content. He was always like, okay, that's that level. Okay, sweet. Smashing out his subscribers. And then again, I think I just said, if he was going back to the Bear, I always like to do a sort of like a meet up thing. So just if everyone's in London, whoever what night it is. Same way we did it up in Scotland, whatever. So I just think it's nice to have that meet up before our show to add to the show experience, to meet the people in the community, go for food, drinks. You're just not alone in your hotel room, because it can be sort of lonely weekends if you can do it that way. Do you know what I mean? So do it that way. I think I mentioned, passing if he wanted to come on, he came and we were sat next to us chatting, and then I said, listen, it'd be cool to do some content sometime. Like in my head thinking, I don't know when and where it's going to happen. Him being down south, moving north. And then literally he was at the Northwest and he's like, hey, let's do some content. And I was like, say less, like, come on now. When when the GOAT calls, you answer. And I was like, yeah, say less, what do I do? And he's like, here's someone, let's go challenge. And then from there, we just like hit it off. But yeah, he's like such a humble guy, man. He's like such a nice guy as well, like so nice. Like that's the difference between me and him as well. I think that's what we got into. Well, he's probably yin and yang. Like, he's super nice, whereas I can be a proper pain. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like a hater. Exactly. Like, I can be a pain. Like, not even a diva stuff. Like, I'm just like sometimes like, yeah, just a pain. Like, really, like just I don't know, just random stuff. Man, like he's like so nice. Like he will. If people want to take up the whole pavement, he'll move out of the way and goes, I will walk through. I'm like, no, listen, like, I'm a human too. I'm not walking on the road just because you want to take up the whole pavement. Like, you can tuck in behind that person. He's like, no, what's the point? Just, just walk on the road. I'm like, it's too nice. Like, you're too nice. Like, I'm just like, no, I'm a human too. I'm going to walk on the pavement. I'm taking one space. They're taking 5. Like, come on. Like, yeah, he's just a nice guy. I'm more of a diva. Maybe I'm a diva. Maybe, I don't know. I just thought I was just me, but I think I'm maybe a diva. But yeah, he's just such a nice guy, man. That's so cool. Obviously stayed together. We were supposed to stay together at Cardiff as well, but I had train issues. Like, train got cancelled, so I ended up just giving him the room. But yeah, like he's cool, man. Such a cool guy. Yeah, I like that. Sports Guys UK, goated.
And then you went and done him dirty on your last YouTube video and had a minute and a half clip of him slowing in the video. But
you know what? You had to feel my pain. Man. It was there was a theme missing that as well, which was funny. Like I had the SpongeBob thing, few hours later, and it just didn't pop up. So I've still got it. Like I think I've still got that actual scene on my phone, but it didn't come into the video. I was like, what the fuck am I there? But yeah, that was funny. That was one because obviously he stayed with me Friday night, Saturday night. So the Friday night he snored, I was ruined because I stayed up till 2 because of his flight and getting from the airport to the hotel. And he just crashed out like a light. He was just gone like a baby. Like light goes out and he was gone. And but he was snoring. So I'm like, oh my god. So I couldn't sleep. And I told him the next day, and he was like, oh right, yeah, sorry about that. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Because you snored as well, you know. I'm like, you probably noticed that when you woke up in the morning. Like, come on, it's not like I'm snoring and kept you up. Don't do me like this. So I was like, oh, I was gonna record you and put it in the vlog, but I didn't want to do like that. And he was like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. So I was like, okay, that's a green light to me. So when I did it, and then the next day, he's like, you don't do it. I was like, I'm confused, bro. Like you said it was you said, oh, no, like it's good content. Like I don't know, but yeah, I do love that, man. I said we're supposed to be doing, what are we supposed to be doing? Frankfurt together, and he literally yesterday he's messaged me saying he's booked national next year. He's like, yeah, you know, So I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. So yeah.
So would it be this time next year, same dates, same?
Yeah, I think so. I think the date's actually up. It's obviously in Cleveland next year.
I
think it's like
Chicago now. The obviously the location changes, but
yeah,
you never know. That might be we might flip back to Florida and plan right back to the national. You never know.
yeah. I mean, again, it's intriguing. I think the problem is with next year is with Fanatics events going live. Would I want to go to like the first one or two of them if I can, like to see? Because I know they're going to take levels. I'm not saying national is not. You know, I always hear these things live and direct. Obviously, just speaking to someone who's just there and was saying it's quite a lot promotional wise and like businessy wise. And then there's like 70%. And then after that is sort of vintage. So then like all of a sudden you've gone from 70% vintage to 10, 20% maybe corporate and promotional. It's like, well, then your sports are getting real narrow of like 1% F1 and 5% soccer. And you sort of go, okay. And then you realize, is it really a great show or is it just a great networking event? So it's like,
Exactly.
that's why Fanatics events could be better because they're going to bring out everyone, not just people in the industry, like everyone. The stars going to be there. They will bring out stars, 100%. Interesting.
I know. Looking forward to watching it from a distance and then hopefully watching it.
I'm about to say, like, where do you think the hobby will be in 5 years' time?
That's mad because that's one of the questions. Obviously, it's like that Spider-Man we were pointing at each other. I'd say more digital. I'd say like obviously a lot more of it going on your phone, on your PC, that sort of stuff. I hope shows are bigger and better. I hope we are bigger and better than what we are. But I feel like the hobby could only get better. We're in a down market right now, as in terms of prices and all that. I don't know if prices are going to flip, but I just feel like everything will get bigger. I feel like London Card Shows just got to get bigger. Like the venue they've got now is good, but the more people go, the bigger it's going to get. Especially like Edinburgh Card Shows, they're a massive jump next year. SEC in Glasgow. By 5 years, 2028. I really hope we're still in the hobby. We're still working away, and I hope everything's just 10 times bigger than what it is right now. I hope we're still side by side, working along as always, brother.
Come on, you know this. I mean, it's interesting to say digital as well. Do you think people will go back, but get more into NFT side of cards as well? So with Panini, I got the America app to get the Panini NFTs. Do you think that would be something that people go for?
I don't know. I've spent countless money on that app. I've opened some UFC one. I was trying to get a big Conor McGregor. I was like, well, I'll get it. I'll just keep it and we'll see what happens. I think we spent like £240 or something. Just kept it. It's so easy. Just click. It's like opening packs on FIFA. It's so easy to do it. But I don't know if the market's there. Obviously, I'm not really on the sports of NFL, basketball, but I opened some UFC stuff. I was like rare, ultra rare. I was like, oh, this might be worth something. Sold it for like £4. So the pack was £8. Sold the card for £4. Not really turning a profit, but you never know. Time will tell. I've never really jumped into the NFT side of things. Obviously, you see it online. Logan Paul, all these other people making stuff. I kind of watch it and think you're just paying for an image. This does really make sense, but we buy sports cards with pictures of men on it, and that doesn't make sense, but time will tell. NFTs might get better, but I just, to say what it is, I think it's all just a rock pool, and there's a lot of scams. But Panini are putting in that work to try and like.
I'd say, yeah. At least with Panini, you know it's that actual company, and the card. The best thing is the card is always going to be gem mint. Unlike when you get a pack and you get a nice card and you see these print lines, you think, come on. You see when you play like big money for like National Treasures, big money ticket, you only get a few cards, and all of a sudden it's just, the corners are so soft and it never comes. It's always like eights. And you think, jeez, imagine. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Like, obviously, you've seen I bought the WWE Immaculate. I was at the Yorkshire show for my birthday, so I was like, I'll treat myself. I'm sure it was like £370. I was like, this is steep. So it's your birthday. You'll probably only buy this one once. You'll open it, you'll not get any in. I opened it, was it 5 cards in the box? One was a redemption.
Yeah.
So the 4 cards in there, the corners were all dinged, marked up. I was like, this would be the best. The one redemption, Roman Reigns, out of 49, on card auto. Got it back, top corner, ding. The auto had 3 lines going through the auto, like red, brown, and yellow. I was like, well, maybe that puts the value up because Roman Reigns has done it. And it was like, nah, sold that for 300 last week. And I've got the 5 cards, the other 4 cards that are probably going to go on our Whatnot stream on our monthly mega sale. You're lucky if I'll get like £5 to £10 each for the autos and the patches. So we never really made a profit on that, but I like to stick with my thin cards. That way, it's you're worrying about print lines, maybe a wee nick on a corner. When it's thicker cards, dents, scratches, like you name it, it's not the best at all. But I learnt my lesson. We invest once. We didn't make the money back. We'd probably just break even or lose £20-30. It is what it is.
But did you have fun?
Mate, I had fun. WrestleMania. Me and my granddad had shared the hotel room, trying, Sports Car Scotland, try and cut corners, save money at all times. WrestleMania night 1 was on. My granddad's sleeping behind me. I've pulled the last card, Roman Reigns. I'm like, had to cover him. I was like, oh my God. And then obviously that wore off in the morning. I was like, thinking, what happens if I didn't get this redemption back? I was YouTubing like redemptions. I've seen the people, that photo of the guy at the National, I've been waiting 10 years, 4 weeks, 3 days for my redemption. I was starting to get a bit worried, but we got it back in a couple of weeks and I can't go wrong.
Nice. You hear me okay?
Aye, sorry, lie, do it there, bro. We'll have to cut that bit there. You disappeared. I was pure staring at it. What's going on?
Yeah, same. Seems you're right. Here we go. So, some random questions. Is pineapple okay on pizza?
I'd say probably not, to be honest, but...
you say no?
Okay. I'm just going to say no, and I'm going to stick with it.
Coke or Pepsi?
I don't drink fizzy drinks, but I'd say Pepsi. I'm a water or a milk guy. That's me. That's it. Water or milk. As you can see, we've got the all. That's it. But Pepsi.
Wow. Okay. Mars or Snickers?
Snickers.
Ooh.
You know yourself when you're hungry, brother. You know how it is.
Yeah, but I've got Mars lately. The last year or so. Mars. I used to always be Snickers. Yeah, I used to always be Snickers. But now
is it because you got the deep fried Mars bar at the Edinburgh show? Is that what it is?
Deep fried Mars bar. Next level. Next level. Do you know what the funny thing is? Like, me and Dan were hunting this place down in Edinburgh. And all the time I was just thinking of like fish batter on my Mars bar. I was like, it's gonna be weird, like salty and sweet, but okay.
I never realised you went to Cafe Picante as well. When I seen the video, I was like, like, that's a good place to go as well.
Yeah, well, that's why we researched. It was like the best one. best ratings, and then it was like it's like pancake batter, so it's like such a nice. It's a ice cream with it. Yeah, it's so good, so
Oh.
good, so good. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So yeah, it's the one. It's the one. It's the way it is. I can't lie. It's the one. Scotland or England?
Come on, brother. Scotland, you know, we're on the map now.
England, you say? England. Breaking up. Break up there. England? Perfect. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Love it. Love it. WWE or AEW?
I need to go WWE. I started watching it like I was 1999. Probably should have been watching it at 1, but Stone Cold, The Rock, back in the day, you'll never top it. WWE
No.
way forward.
Yeah, that era was next level. That era.
Go
So
ahead.
okay, old school WWE/WWF or WCW?
I never watched WCW until
Oof.
2003, 4, right over from my house, got a VCR for video shop for all the younger people that only know about Blu-rays and DVDs. I remember going in, there was just loads of movies, and there was a wee section, it was like a wee tunnel. I just seen a totally wee pile of WCW tapes. Took them home, through my first Hulk Hogan, Sting, watched that, Vampiro, watching all that. It was good, but WWE was always the one back in the day for me.
Damn. NWO or DX?
I said DX, bro. Back in school, everybody was doing that back in the day. Your mums and dads didn't know what it was, but you're just all the time.
Definitely, definitely. Billy Gilmore or Scott McTominay?
I'm just looking over to the two signed shirts. I'd have to say, potential Billy Gilmore, bulk up, get stronger. He's got all the time. Right now, Scott McTominay is a baller. But I think in the long-term play for Scotland, Billy Gilmore will be that centrepiece that everything will go through him, no matter what's happening on the pitch. Hopefully his investments are paying off.
And the last one is, how are those ankles? Because I heard it got broke by your shoe here. I heard it that bad that you had to go out and sort of buy some basketball, buy some basketball trainers. So are you okay? Is everything okay over there?
Listen, we'll say that we never took any footage. I'm positive it was you that didn't want to get the footage of the show, the basketball at the show. But I'll admit it right now, for your stream, for your podcast, you won the 1-on-1, me and you. I won against Jordan, and me and you beat Jordan on the 2-on-1. Now, Jordan's been playing since he was 13. Don't know what age he is now, probably 30. It looks like he's a wee bit past his sell by day. But next time when we play on the court, I've got the Giannis Immortalities, I've got the basketball. My local court's a bit, obviously the kids are off for the summer holidays. As soon as that, I'm sure it's like the 16th of August, 18th of August, as soon as all the kids are back, we're back grinding. The new YouTube series is coming, Road to Redemption.
Yes, new series coming out soon. But yeah, well, listen, I'm glad you're admitting it. I'm glad you're admitting, the defeat. I mean, let's face it. I'm not gonna lie. I turned up there after getting questioned about playing basketball, and Jordan can dribble, he can shoot. And I was like, oh, this guy's got it. And I saw you backing up in the paint. I was like, okay, so I've got Shaq and I've got like a Paul George over here. I was like, I've been set up here. I've not played for a while. I'm not playing since COVID time. So I was like, okay. I had the 1-on-1 with Jordan, beat him. Then you have to step up, beat you. Then you two played, you beat Jordan. Then I have to go against you again, beat you again. And then we teamed up and destroyed Jordan in his own show.
Exactly. But listen, shout out to Jordan. I was messing around on streams and when we were on calls, and I said, I will break your ankles when I first see you. And he was doing stuff where he was dribbling, and I was going for the ball. I said, I've got this. He was gone, and I was like, what has just happened to me? So I played when I was captain in my high school team. We've maybe lost our steps since then, but we're back grinding. And the next time people see us through the basketball court, there will be a GoPro strapped to the fence, filming exactly what goes on. Road to Redemption, like what I just said, people, it's happening. We're coming. Jordan and Pat Grip will be left in the dust, and there will be one winner, and he's sitting right here.
Jesus Christ. Listen, don't forget, I was on the court the whole time, man. Back to back to back. We don't forget. Jordan, where it was. I played.
I ran for 2 seconds and I was gone. I was like, I couldn't say anybody got water, I can't breathe, so we've let ourselves go on the old physical health, but listen, we're coming.
So they said fitness is key. This one got me W, man. Fitness. I stayed in the gym. I stayed in the gym, put in the work, and that's how I won. Because I ain't the best. I admit it. Jordan handles, got the shot. He's probably better than me, but I put the work in. I outran him, out hustled him. Give him the old Rodman defense. You know what I mean? Give him a bit of letting know I was on the court, hitting him for real. And he didn't like it. Yeah, he didn't like it. He didn't want the smoke, so he was done. Right. As always, it's a pleasure chatting to you. I appreciate you coming on the pod. I'm guessing we'll catch up soon. You can talk about the progression, the elder stuff you've been putting on. But mate, appreciate your time as always.
As always, brother. Look forward to the next time. An hour's went past so fast.
Serious.
You're having fun, I guess. But until next time, brother. Hope you've enjoyed this, people. And stick in, follow us. We'll see you real soon.
Yeah. Make sure you're following Sports Gospel on literally every social, from TikTok to YouTube to Insta. This guy's on it all. Trust me. So make sure you're following him. Check out the content. He's got content lined up till September. Do you know how far away that is? September. I haven't even got next week's content ready yet. The guy's putting in work. So give him support, man. Let's go. But everyone, appreciate everyone for listening. Another episode done. Look at number 7 as well, by the way. You're looking number 7. Remember that. You know what I mean? Good number. But yeah, man. Take care, man. Take care, everyone. Peace.